Hey everybody, it's Travis Weller. Thanks again for joining me for the 2-Minute Clinic. Every piece I've ever written is special to me for different reasons, but my setting of Peat Fire Flame has a unique story that is a great reminder for all of us to keep the light and laughter of those we've lost alive. From 1983 to 2017, Jack Hauntz, instrumental music teacher at Strathaven High School and music department chair of the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District, led the growth and development of a music program that was respected and revered by his students, colleagues, and the community. For 34 years, thousands of students had the good fortune of working under the baton of Mr. Hauntz, and through that experience, they grew as musicians. They developed a deeper appreciation of the arts, and they understood what it meant to become a contributing citizens in their community. In my time with Phi Beta Mu International Band Fraternity, it's been a great joy and blessing in my life. It's connected me with some incredible people like Jack. My best memory is driving with Jack during our Pennsylvania Music Educators State Conference to notify his son Matt that he was the recipient of our future band director scholarship. When Henry, his longtime colleague and friend, asked me to write for his 8th grade band, I never thought that the commission would become a work to honor his longtime friend. Henry shared with me how proud Jack remained of his Scottish heritage, and as I thought about the work, my wife suggested exploring the folk song Peat Fire Flame. This setting of Peat Fire Flame is dedicated to Jack Hauntz for all the meaning, the joy, the light, and the laughter he brought into everyone's life. I've been asked about the melody that opens the piece at measure 3. It's an original melody with a Scottish lilt. The significance of the clarinet playing that melody is to represent Jack. The clarinet is joined very quickly by a flute, which represents his wife, and then a trombone, which represents Henry, his colleague and friend. Entries by tuba and horn and F and oboe represent the arrival of each of Jack's children. The original tune for Peat Fire Flame first occurs, though, at measure 26 in clarinet. I love it. I love its motion. I love its energy. And I love the possibility that it lent to being able to create a piece to honor Jack's memory. Later on, it's been augmented, and you can see there the bassoon line takes that Peat Fire Flame melody against a developed motif that is occurring in flute and oboe and clarinet 1. The one thing that really drew me to using Peat Fire Flame after I studied it were the lyrics to the second verse. Far away down lowland way, grim's the toil without tune or dream, lad. All you need's a creel and love for the dream a heart can weave, lad. Understanding that there's part of our journey throughout life where we maybe can't see how we are going to get by, how we are going to make it over an obstacle, and it requires some grit. It requires us to handle the hard times a little bit better, and it does require us to work. And it's interesting in those times that we encounter people who get the very best out of us. And that was the thing I think Jack did a lot for a lot of people in and around Strathaven. And I think if we all reflect, there are people in our own lives that have done that for us consistently. And the piece is really about celebrating that. The statement of Auld Lang Syne that can be found in measure 75 is very intentional. It's an emphatic answer to that question, should we just let those good times pass and not revisit them at all? And the answer is a resounding no. The people who have done good work in our lives, even though they may have passed on from our lives, if they have touched us, if they have built in us something that is great, we should never stop talking about them or celebrating their lives. That's what I was trying to get across with the entirety of Peat Fire Flame. And I'm reminded in the last few days just how important it is to celebrate our mentors and celebrate those who have impacted our lives so positively. Thank you for listening today. Thanks again, and I hope that if you get the chance to perform and work on Peat Fire Flame with your ensemble, that you can set aside some time to talk about your story, to talk about the people that you remember in music for the influence they had on your career and in your life. Life, love, and music. This has been Travis Weller with the 2 Minute Clinic.